I believe it's available now. Yeah, the card should be available now. Hello. I'm gonna be like oh, I just realized I've been muted the entire time. I've been like talking a bit. Oh, whatever. So let's look at this. Iris, Sky Spirit, the new forest legendary, one of them. 3 cost 2/2. Fusion, forest, one at a time. When the cards fuse to this card is fused with at least 3 steering cards. Transmute this card into Iris, Soaring Spirit. We'll look at that part later. If Fanfare is fused with at least 1 card, draw 2 cards and add to the number of cards played. So it's 3 costs, you play, and it makes it so that you've played 3 cards this turn, and it well, you fuse 1 and then you play it, so yeah, it's hand neutral, which is pretty strong. It looks like they are pushing like some kind of oh, this is my bitrate is off. I guess it is off. Hold on, give me a... Jesus Christ. Haven't done this in too long, I've forgotten how to do this shit already. Let's do this, do that. Hopefully that fixes things. Okay, back to the card. So, it's a 3 cost, it draws 2, it's pretty good. They do seem to be pushing towards some kind of control angle for Forest, based on what I've seen at least. So this can come in handy. Let's look at the transmitted version actually. Oh wait, that's the wrong button. This one. 8 cost 4/4, subtract X from the cost of all forest cards in your followers in your hand and deck. X equals the number of allied forest followers fused this match. So this doesn't have to be fused into this one. It can be fused into any forest followers or any forest cards for that matter. Any cards in general, but it has to be forest card. Okay. So it can count for like anything. So if you fuse your stuff into like say the new neutral legendary, you can still reap the benefits here. 8 cost is super heavy though, but the meme potential of making literally everything cost 0 is pretty funny. You could Card Bunker 7. Yeah, but the thing is Card Bunker only reduces cost by 1 and then he recovers 3 PP, right? So let's say you play Card Bunker, you can only afford to play like cheap followers. Okay, I don't know what's going on with everything. It seems like everything's just going on wrong right now. Anyway, so with Card Bunker, you play at 7, then you refund 3 PP with it, then you can play like your cheap. Then usually what you do with Card Bunker is you play a bunch of cheap ass followers, right, that now cost like 0. But with this one, since it reduces the cost by more than 1, you could play bigger cards. Like you could play like another 8 cost or 9 cost. You could even play Oberon with next to this thing if you wanted to. If you fused enough at least. Which is, well, it's not like explicitly worse than Card Bunker at least. You could, also there is that new arrow, Deluge of Arrows card. You can basically refill your entire hand with it. So you could like fuse everything into the arrows, you play this thing. And then your arrows cost 0, you play the arrows, you draw a new hand, they all cost 0. I mean that's like ideal, like best case scenario. Of course you're not always going to be that lucky, but you have potential at least. Oh my god. Wait. I realized I was muted. I thought I clicked unmute and then I was still muted. This is hilarious. This is amazing. Beautiful disaster. Okay, anyway, let me repeat what I was saying for like the 4th time. Cheap. Well, let me read the fact. If you play at least 2 other cards this turn, you get Storm. If you play at least 4, you evolve. If you've played If you play at least 6, you get to return this to your hand. I don't know how realistic returning to your hand for at 6 cards played is, but she's a 1PP 3/3 with Storm, which is very strong. Very rarely is a 1PP 3/3 with Storm a bad card. The bounce is maybe a bit unrealistic, but it's a strong effect. If you manage to use it, you can just recycle her as a 1PP. Obviously, the main synergy of this is probably Castell, right? You will use this and then you just buff it with Castell and punch them in the face and they die. Castell is in a bit of a weird position now, having lost Rainy, which is the main draw engine, as well as it was very helpful for draw as well as getting the Forest Followers leaving play. So I don't know how good Castell will be, but this card itself is very strong, and if there's a deck that can use her well, it's a very, very good card. You can also play this in Magachio just as backup damage, like if you don't find all of your Storm stuff, the stuff that you Condemn stuff. Yes, Condemn stuff is the word I'm looking for. Let's move this a bit up. Here you go. Hello. So yeah, so far the cards in themselves look strong. I just don't know if Forest has a way to actually make use of them. But let's go to the next one. Sapling Steward. Fanfare gain if at least 2 other followers in play destroyed. Okay, this card is extremely broken. This card is ridiculous. This card is so strong. There's no way this card isn't gonna be super strong. It just isn't. I'm eating lunch, by the way, so it might be a bit noisy. Whizjet? Are you serious? Wait, I haven't gotten to those yet. So far, this card is ridiculous. Probably staple in every Forest deck from now until it rotates out. Unlocks your board, draws you cards. It's a 1PP with good synergy with Castell, good synergy with the Tiger and the Panther. Honestly, no downsides to this card. Just craft these. If you ever want to play Forest, just throw these into your deck. You will never have a downside. This card is ridiculous. Next is Rain of Arrows. This is, I believe this was Ziv's reveal card. Fusion, Forest Craft cards when it takes some more cards. So it looks like all the Forest Craft cards the Forest Fusion cards look pretty racist right now. They all only take Forest cards, which I guess works because most of the major Forest payoff right now is with Forest Craft followers leaving play, so you don't really want to play that many neutrals. But anyway, Fusion 6 Forest cards. Whenever 6 or more cards are fused to this one at once, transmute this card into Deluge of Arrows. Wait, hold on. Let me just remind myself, that was also Forest. Yeah, it was also Forest. Deal 3 damage to all followers if you play at least 2 other cards, you stun 6 damage instead and draw a card. So this is very strong bot clear, 6 damage AoE and you draw a card. Assuming you manage to hit 4 cards. Is it? No, 2 cards please. Oh, it's just 2 cards. Yeah, it's pretty reasonable to manage to hit 2 cards. You can use it to clear board. Use it to draw solid effect for a control leaning deck, which maybe might work out. If not now, then maybe in the future when they release better stuff. Deluge of Arrows, draw until you have 7 cards in hand, deal X damage to all enemies, X equals the number of cards drawn. So obviously, the design idea with this, the idea of with this is to just fuse your entire hand and then just like shotgun this and AoE 7 and draw 7 cards for 8 PP, which is like okay. It's like a pretty insane effect for control that I feel like you would deck out. Presumably you can combo this with the forest card, the legendary that will discount it. So you could discount your entire deck, you play this discounted, draw a new hand, and the new hand is also discounted. Yeah, it looks like it's a combo with Iris, which probably makes you want to lean more towards a combo-oriented deck. I mean, a control-oriented deck, but I don't know if control has a way to win. Well, they have Oberon, I guess. Or that big 10/10 thing. The 10 cost 1/1 that just like explodes like amount of damage based on the number of cards you've played. But anyway, this card, I think the Iris deck with this card might be fun. I do not know how strong it is right now, so that remains to be seen. Yeah, so far it looks pretty solid on its own. It's gonna be broken in take 2. A lot of people have been saying this, probably true. Let's look at next card. Wait. Alright, there are only 2 goals. I don't know why I think there's 3. Okay. Scavenger Scarab. Ward, deal 3 to an enemy follower. Evolve summon. Is that the one that is? Yeah, this thing. Take 2. Take 2. This. I don't know why this is here. I don't know what this is meant to do. I think this is probably not playable. Next one. Warden of the Woods. Forest Craft Silver. Choose one of the following cards in your hand. Forest of Dreams. Wait, subtract 1 from the cost, so it's... There's a 3/3. Forest of Dreams. So this would cost 1 if you played it with this guy. At the end of the turn, select random enemy forward can't attack this turn. I mean... Why is this countdown? Oh wait. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Not the worst effect ever, maybe. Woodland Bandits will be cost 2. And after at least 4 Alex Force are in play, give +2/+2. Oh my god. I don't see a way to abuse this right now. But let's move on. Oh, it's this card. Doesn't look very strong. Look kind of memey. It's a 3 cost, doesn't like do anything much for you. Yeah. Pining for home, restore 2 defense leader at the end of turn, play a 3. Okay, this looks pretty strong. This looks pretty strong. It heals you and it gives you a wisp. You can activate this on turn 3 at the very least, at the fastest, right? Or if you use wait, how insane can you go with this? Yeah, feels like turn 3. Turn 3 you can start activating this. I guess with the ability to add wisps that 1 cost, that 1 PP 1/1 looks a lot better with managing to actually hit the multiple cards played per turn. Probably strong Magachio support, maybe. I don't know if Magachio actually... no, actually I don't know if it actually helps Magachio that much. Well, I guess at the very... Wisp is 0 cost, yeah, Wisp is 0 cost. But if you want... The earliest you can activate this card itself is on turn 3, right? Because you need to play 3 different cards. I mean 3 cards system, that includes itself. But then you need to play 2 other cards other than it. But the thing is, Magachio can already play 4 cards per turn on turn 3. And then on turn 4 onwards, if your play count doesn't really rely on your turn 4 cards per turn doesn't really need you to have wisps, it will probably be the most useful for Castell, right? Which, yeah, I guess that's good enough. Wait, hold on, let me check here. Let me look up the Panther. The Panther is 1 play point or less, so you can bounce this with the Panther as well. That is definitely worth noting. I mean, sorry, you can bounce Wisp. You can recycle your Wisp with the Panther and the Tiger, which is probably your main way of getting 4 cards leaving play without having to like burn through your hand. Or not burn through your hand, without without like more PP efficiently getting those done, I guess is what I'm saying. But yeah, it looks like a strong card, I would say. I think Castell would probably play this. Wise Bear, this is probably take 2. Let's see, Fanfare, summon 2 fairies, evolve them whenever ally comes through. The world's worst aria. Wait, hold on, do wisps count? Oh, they don't count as fairies. That is sad. This card is trash. 2 cost 2/2 rush, evolve, put 2. Oh my god, this card is ridiculous. This is insane, right? Like, what? What? You just get 2 wisps. And it's a 2/2 rush. There's no way this isn't strong, right? This has to be strong. Why is it flickering like that? But yeah, it looks very strong. Extremely strong. Well, let me pop this out actually so I don't have to keep switching between tabs. 2 weeks that was the earphone, yeah. Next one. Wait, they have unique evil art, right? I haven't been paying attention. Okay, that is pretty good. You're not gonna see this one very much. Oh, this one looks good too. Oh, wait, they actually did put in a lot of effort on the evil art. Okay, I should start paying attention to these. Oh, this one gets an out art, by the way, if you haven't seen. Alright, back to where we were. Wait, yeah, I saw this. Cutie Cat. 3 cost 2/1, Storm, Fanfare, summon another cat, summon 2 instead, Storm, evolve, this is garbage. And of course, where would we be without looking at Nature's Guidance? I mean, we all know this card is strong, right? This card, we all know this, it's a strong card. You think Castell needs this Nature's Guidance? Not actually, maybe because you need card draw, right? Castell has very bad card draw problems now because of the loss of Rainy. You gonna play Philly? How? Well, Philly doesn't destroy Wisp, right? She only destroys fairies. And then you don't have Nobilis either. Wait. No, you don't have Shining Valk either. So yeah, you are like really have to go all in on the fairy OTK and that's it. Is there any more? Oh. So far Forest has some pretty strong. This is strong. The Nature's Guide, obviously Nature's Guidance is strong. It got some pretty strong stuff, but actually maybe it might be able to make up for the loss of Rene with all this, with the Wisp engine going on. I think Casta will actually be playable. So yeah, I think, this is just my opinion, but I think Forest looks not too bad. Fairy is probably dead though. Fairy is just probably dead. Without Shining Valkyrie. I mean, there is like some decent fairy generators, but like nothing too good. You definitely miss that Aqua Fairy a lot. So yeah, Forest looks good. Let's look at my boy, my favorite class. Sword, Rosalie, Enduring Hope. Legendary Commander, Fusion Followers. Or many fairy generators. You only have the one though, the guidance of the whatever the heck that spell was called. Fusion Followers, so any followers, not just sword. You're probably mostly playing sword followers though. Whenever 3 or more cards are fused to this at once, transmute this into Rosalie and your Everlasting Hope. Restore X defense to your leader, recover X play points, X plus number of cards fused to this card, reduce damage taken by 0, can't be destroyed, can't be banished. I mean obviously we all know this, you put this behind Ward. But hear me out. All of you are talking about, oh, you play this, you put Vice behind it, you win the game. But hear me out. There is another card. There is another Swordcraft card that benefits from you being able to play a big follower for 0 cost, and it's the Peerless Warrior. This is some top tier Peerless support right here. I'm telling you what. Yeah, and she can't be destroyed. So when you play Peerless, she stays alive. This is Peerless support. Question mark. You have to fuse like 6 cards into it though, which is kind of ridiculous. So the issue with playing this like fusing a huge ton of cards in this is if you have to do it like 2 at a time, because if you do 3 or more, it will just transmute it instead. So if you're trying to meme with it, just watch out for that. You just need this and yeah, you can also use it with Kyrie or the Twilight Protector. There's a lot of options. But anyway, the point is, make sure if you're messing around with it, watch out for this condition so you don't accidentally fuse too much. Wait, wrong one. Transmute is here. Fanfare, draw 3 cards, rarely gain 1+1/+1 Storm. Rarely 20, gain +3/+3 and Storm instead. So, I mean, she immediately refunds all the stuff you fused into her, so she's just solid for cycling your hand. If you have like a really bad hand, you can just throw them all into her and then just play this and draw a fresh set of 3 cards. Rarely 10, you can just... Rarely 10, you get the Storm. The 4/4 Storm for 3 PP is not super strong, not the worst ever. At Rarely 20, you might as well just keep playing Radial. Most of the appeal of this card, I think, is in the main body, not in the transmuted form. With the Fanfare, that... I mean, it also heals you, that's important to know as well. Don't forget that part. Maybe you didn't, I just forgot it, but yeah, it heals as well, which is a very important note. I think this card has a lot of potential to be very strong, but as we all know, Sword is very popular for having no card draw unless you're playing Loot, and I don't think you play this in Loot. But Yeah, Sword is known for having very little card draw, so I'm not sure if you have the hand space to really refund a big amount of her, but maybe if they do, then this card looks pretty strong. But yeah, very sticky ward at the very least, which is very solid. It's weak to Draza and a winged in version, and pretty much that's it. Oh yeah, and the new neutral legendary, right? The transmute is bad. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's a, like, you might just use it, be able to use it as a backup plan. You can use it in emergencies to refresh your hand as well. I would not say it's bad. It's probably not as strong as just the main body though. It's not 100% you would run this right now. Depends on the meta, honestly. Let's look at the next one. Dashing Duelist, also known as Lloyd Forager. If the enemy is Forest, Sword, Rune, or Blood, gain Ward. So against Forest, understandable. Sword, understandable. Why is it Ward against Rune? I don't understand. Okay, Ward against Blood. I guess if they're playing Wrath, they're probably going for some like early tempo based kind of game, so it makes sense to give it Ward against Wrath as well. But why is it War against Rune? I don't understand. How could that possibly be good? If it's Dragon, Shadow, Haven, Portal, gain Ambush. I guess that's fine. I think you mostly just play it because it draws a card and recut, and Fanfare draw a card, recut, ready 10, recover. This effect is very strong. This is a very good effect. Like, Sword is so desperate for card draw, you would honestly just play a 2-cost just cycle, I think makes sense. There's Swap Shadow and Rune. Yeah, probably. Or either that or like Portal or something. The Ward is more useful probably against Portal and Shadow than against Rune. Evolve, deal damage to enemies. Like, decent effect, but if you're at rally 20, I don't understand why you wouldn't just be playing Radial for game instead of this evolving this guy. Maybe Derf the Golem. Maybe. Maybe. The Fanfare is strong though. If you pull this off Maximus, you can evolve it to just AoE too. But like, we don't even play Maximus anymore right now. I guess you could run it in control and it just helps you deal with the opponent's bot, and the face damage isn't actually that super relevant. I could see that. So far, it looks like there's some solid control tools. Maybe control sword will be playable again. Does lose Lirala though, which is a bit sad. Is this really the name they went with for the English? Are they for real? Is this actually what they named it? Ice Cyclone? There's no way! This is such a dumb name. Anyway, Officer, Hero, Fanfare, if any damage followers are in play, and you destroy an enemy follower, last words, put a random heroic follower from your deck to your hand. So, the Japanese name, let me look it up, I don't actually have it here. Oh wait, where am I? Ah, here we go. The Japanese name for this card is Hyoketsu no Kishi, which is a Knight of something like the Knight of Freezing. I don't know how to like translate it into like a fancy name. Like Glacial Knight, yeah, that probably works. But now it's Ice Cyclone, so So in terms of its actual effect, first of all, I don't think Heroic actually likes this card very much. Purely because of the fact that it can draw itself. Why? Why does it draw itself? Whose idea was it to make it draw itself? So because it draw itself, okay, I had this very stupid idea. Hear me out. Let's say you're playing a control deck, right? And then after that you have you just playing like your wards and stuff, you have some damaged followers, you play this, you destroy a follower, right? But this is like the only heroic card you play in your deck, so whenever you play this thing and it dies, it just draws another copy of itself, and you can just like cycle the destroys. It's not very good even if you do that. I don't think they should have, maybe if it had like ward or something it would be good, but that's my crack theory for this card. I think this card is better outside of heroic than in heroic, and that's just sad. Untold Kick. Okay, fusion followers again. When a card is fused to this card, transmute this into legendary kick. Deal 3 damage to an enemy follower. Summon a heavy knight. So, first of all, without looking at the fusion, it's 3 damage and you summon a 1/2, which is it's not great. It's like very meh. But the fusion gives you legendary kick, which is a zero cost spell. Yeah, it deals damage to any follower, so it can include your own followers. You can unlock your board, you can pop your Monica's last words, you can damage your followers so you can play freaking Ice Cyclone. I mean, yeah, we all know what this card is for. It's just for Opulence. This is an Opulence support card. Once again, like Rosalie, is that her name? Rosalie. You can basically use this to just cycle your hand and try to find better shit. Yeah, you have to fuse together. Oh wait, it's just fuse one. Yeah, you can actually evolve Opulent on turn 3. That's true. That is actually kind of disgusting, but I don't know how useful that will be because the set seems quite strong, so I imagine it's not that hard to remove right now. But this would be so, this would be so good against Cassin if he wasn't rotating out. You could just get rid of him for free. Well, I guess this would do it too. It looks, so based on just what's written on the card, it looks pretty solid. I don't know how well it will do though, cause you are playing like, you are having to play this very subpar card which is just 3 damage to one follower and summon a heavy knight. Oh wait, sorry, not that yet. We're not going there yet. But then this is probably strong. With loot specifically, loot does have some hand size issues, so you can actually use this to fix your hand size. And then just play this to cycle, which is solid. You can also use it to get rid of wards. And of course, Opulent. It's a pretty solid card. I don't know if there is space for it right now, but we will have to see. Next is this. This one was also revealed. 2/2 Commander. Oh, this is a commander. I didn't even know that. Despotic Pawnmaker. Whenever an allied officer comes into play, give it rush, evolve, summon 3 knights. So this is a 2 PP the 2 PP rally for. Yeah, it's a toys reporter, right? Robotics reporter, sorry, that's what it's called. Of course, we all know that this is... For rally, this is insane, right? Loot, I would not play this in loot, personally. I do not think... You don't really need the loot. You don't really need the rally that much. You don't need the rally that much in loot, and this thing's a commander, so if you're playing Tony to tutor your Roger and your Barbaros, it just gets in the way. And you're already playing Opulent as well, so you're not doing great. A 3-cost gold that gives Storm to all officers. Yeah, I have Advent Lord. This is definitely strong. It definitely has a lot of potential. Probably quite staple in rally. I don't imagine they could print some rally, some kind of rally like card that would out maneuver this one. I summon Knight is a thing that if you use it with this, but Evanlock already summons Knights itself, so Maximus can pull this guy. Yeah, if you pull this off Maximus, you get rally like you get like 7 rally in one turn. But I'm not sure if you actually play Maximus for nowadays. Like, I feel like Maximus has kind of fallen off a bit. But yeah, strong card. Let's look at what else there is. Vanguard Lancer, Storm. Wait, huh? Huh? This Quick Blader on crack? Gives +1/+0 to an allied officer follower. What can you give? I mean, this is just Quick Blader on crack, right? Combo this with Agile Twin Blader. Twin Blader is a 5/5. You give it +1 and it does 12. Hero. Hero is not super good at rally though. Agile OTK, but Agile already OTKs if you play 2 Agiles, right? Unless you want to like Agile like Forge Weaponry and then you play this on it or something. I mean, 1/1 Storm is very strong, like, of course, like, there's no way around it. Storm with bonus. Solid card, but I don't know if you have the hand size you want to like spend your hand playing this, honestly. I think Loot can play this maybe, but other than that I'm not sure. Oh, but then you play in Loot, it doesn't even buff Barbaros either, so that's not super strong in Loot either. This card will definitely be very strong in the future. I don't know how strong it is right now. Also, they're printing a ton of commanders now that the stupid toilet is rotating out. Which is pretty funny. Oh right, it's a commander as well. Yeah, that's probably not very good right now. Maybe in the future it will pop off in rally, some kind of aggressive rally deck. You know what? This would be very strong with Erica if only we had her. But you know, no Erica, so not a very good card. Like 1/1 Storm is like cute, but I mean we don't play Quick Blader now, so probably not gonna play this one either. Mars will love this card as well, but yeah. Probably not super good. Tears of Tribulation. The little flowing fan of the turn whenever allied force will come to so on to. Oh my god, this is This is Sarah at home. Wait, this is actually really strong though. Like, this is insane. This is so strong, right? This is really strong. It heals you. You heal with it. It summons. It's at like absolute worst. Like no matter how bad it is, it's still at worst 2. It's just rarely 2 for 2.2 PP. I think it looks pretty strong. It's definitely not as good as Sarah, obviously, but looks strong to me. Control would probably like this a lot, just for the healing. At least 2 for 2 PP is like pretty standard, but this one also heals and they both have ward, which is quite useful depending on how aggressive the early game will be. I think this card would have a high chance of being used. Combo this with the other 2 PP silver, yeah. Turn 4 you play this, no, yeah. Turn 4 you play the 2-2 and then you play this and then you evolve the 2-2. And you just pretend your opponent never damaged you in the first. It's Draziel at home. You heal 5 and you have like 4-4 plus another like 5-5 of trading. Looks strong. Take 2. This is definitely take 2. Take 2. Wait, wait, this effect is funny though. During a time when an enemy follower is destroyed, it deals 5 damage. So if you like trade into something and destroy, can it just like machine gun out the 5 damage onto your opponent's entire board? Funny but probably terrible. This is Draza at home, you were right. 3 cost 2/3, Fanfare summon a Heavy Knight, Rally 10, summon a Castle Guardian. What is Castle Guardian? What the hell is this thing? Trash. But then again, nah, it's trash. Tales of the Mundane. Draw X cards, X equals the number. Wait, this is a reprint, right? Is this a reprint? I don't remember. I haven't played this game enough probably to know. Is this a reprint? This is not a take 2 card. This is too slow for take 2. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna draw 10 out of it. I think maybe on average you would draw like 2 to 4, I would say. Makes sense. But I mean, it's very good draw, so it needs the draw, but 3 PP do nothing is a bit sus, I would say. Like, if you're gonna play this, you would rather just play Asuka and Shiori, right? Why play this? This is just like Angel's Blessing but worse. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this is... I'm like 100% willing to be wrong on this one, but this doesn't look good to me. Alright. Insult Mirror, does it draw 10? Like, if you manage to fill the bot with 10 followers in total, then yes, I guess, but like, why would you want to do that like ever? It's terrible. This counter Angel's Blessing, it costs 3, doesn't it? It costs the same amount as Angel's Blessing. And it doesn't heal, doesn't recover PP, it's dependent on board. In the first place, Salt wouldn't even play Angel's Blessing. Like, I would say Asuka and Shiori is just better than this. You would not play this over Asuka and Shiori. Especially since Sword's fusion cards use followers, so this thing will be a brick in your hand if you can't find time to play it. And if you really need the one to play card draw, you should play Asuka and Shiori, you should play the new neutral 2 claws that draws 2, you should play send in the troops. I think they're all probably better than this. The name is very accurate. The name of this card is very accurate, I would say. Yeah, you should play Kyrie as well. Kyrie is also better than... Alright. So, hold on, before I move on. So, we have no substitute for the thief. So we are losing 1 loot generator, but we have some pretty solid rally options now. I would say overall Sword got some decent cards. We still have Radial as a big rally follower. We have a lot of control leading options to use that we can... Alright, let's look at the rune cards. Midello, his name already has mid in it, so we don't have very high hopes. Fusion, runecraft cards. Whenever this card is fused to this card, if it's fused to at least 5 different cards, transmute this. Fanfare, put a random rune card from your deck into your hand. If it's fused with at least 1, put 2 different random rune cards from your hand. So this card is neutral at the very worst. You play it, you draw 1, or you fuse and play and draw 2. So its main fanfare version is literally just that condemned 3 cost that fuses 1 and summons a test subject. He gets a random runecraft card, so maybe you can have some kind of weird... No, I don't think this will... Yeah, I don't think this is good. It can also draw itself, which is, like, also quite bad. Why does this thing draw itself? I wouldn't say the main body looks very good so far. Fanfare draws 5 cards, change their cost to 0 until the end of the turn whenever an allied foe comes into play. Rush. Now this is what we are all here for, right? Imagination realized on crack. Remember that one Take-Two tactics we had with Ramp, where they just for some reason decided to give a Ramp class Imagination Realized and a bunch of extremely high cost broken followers, and that was just the most broken class. So this is obviously Imagination Realized was a 7 cost and drew 3. This is a 7 cost with a 7/7 body and draws 5. What high cost payoffs do we even have? Hold on, let me switch over to the... I believe I do this. Yeah. What high cost payoffs do we even have? Rune, neutral, or Dragonblade, Asphalt, Academy, Riven, Friend. Mystic King. Simiel, but if you're gonna like replace Simiel, you might have to play Spell Boost, right? And I don't think he's very good in Spell Boost. He's a 3/3 that just gets in the way. Zerael, I guess. Warden of the Arcane. Sweet Defender Golem. Yes, Diabetes Golem, yes. I have Odin. Golem Lord, I guess. Oh, Flame and Glass, oh my god. Flame and Glass, Angel of Chaos. Sephi? Oh my god, 0 cost Sephi? No, but you already have 0 P when you play the guy, so it doesn't matter. 0 cost Olivia and Silver and you can get your PP back, holy shit. Wait. Wait. You get it with Olivia and Silver, you can just get your PP back. I got an animated, wait, yeah. I guess it's what, oh, Alice? Alice can refund you PP as well. And that's about it, I think. So, my conclusion with this card is you run it in Sephi, or you don't run it at all. I think this is a Sephi card. You know, imagine how insane this card would be if instead of draw 5 cards, it gives you the 5 cards you fused into him, but they all cost 0. That would be so broken. Yeah, I mean, it's a meme card. I think it's very funny. It's our replacement. Rune always has to have some kind of meme, and we lost 7 forces, so this is our replacement for 7 forces. This is the meme now. So far, to me, it looks like he does live up to his name a bit. It looks funny in Sephi though. I might try it, like, at some point. Undying Witch. This is the Anya. Anya will be this card, so you'll definitely get at least 1 copy of her, I'm pretty sure. If the leftmost card in your hand is the same type as a card played during your opponent's previous turn, summon a magical significant, draw a card. So this is an insight on crack, basically. The leftmost card, yeah. Well, we're in Hearthstone now. We are playing with Outcast. This is actually not the first effect in the game that uses leftmost card, by the way. I'm pretty sure there is another one that does it. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is one. Let me see if I can find it. There is Insightful Homunculus, and there is Starbright Deity. I don't have either of those cards because I never played during that time. So there's actually 2 of them so far, but this is the first one that depends on what your opponent plays. So keep follower every time. So the thing about this is that Rune, specifically Dirt Rune, which this is obviously support for, has amulets, spells, and followers in the archetype. Which means that Rune is actually one of the few decks that this effect is like not completely dumb in. Like, no matter what your opponent plays, it's like not impossible to trigger this. But I wonder if this creates some weird... This creates a weird mind game for you where you have to decide, like if you have multiple copies of the card in your hand, you have to decide which one to play based on where it is in your hand, which might be a bit awkward. But I mean there is fusion, so that will probably make it less dumb. But anyway, but if you trigger the effect, this is like inside on Omega Crack. Like this effect is kind of insane. Like if you just look at what it does. Isn't this kind of insane? A 1/1 that draws a card and summons a stack. Like it's just good. Fanfare, at least 7 allied stack cards have been in continuous match evolved and it can't be evolved normally. So when it evolves, you give your leader Grammary but for dirt. Obviously this is stupid. Super strong effect. This will probably be stapled in dirt for the entire time that it's around. If you're playing dirt, you automatically throw this card, and this card is super strong in dirt. This will probably make Unlimited explode. Unlimited with this card is probably just like absolutely just off the rails bonkers. You got Grammary, now we need Monster Trio. No, please. I mean they have a Contractor, right? That's all they need really. You can use this with Levi, he refunds 2 PP. You use this with Pascal refunds fully. So you can play Pascal and then you can play that new like thing that summons a board. Is it this one? This one. On turn 6 you play Pascal and then you play this and then it's just you just go off. But yeah, very strong card. If dirt is good, this is good. Mind Control Mage. When this fused to another card, okay, automatically this effect is very, very, very strong. When this card is fused to another card, draw a card, it's very strong. Safi can use it, Dirt can use it, the neutral can use it as well. Fanfare Summon Settlement, the fanfare is also like decent. It's not like the best fanfare obviously, but considering the other shit it does, I would say this is pretty strong. Evolve NTR a follower that costs 2 play points or less of right. And it refunds back the dirt that it takes to steal the follower. What can you steal with this that would be very stupid to steal? I guess it's not that much that would be very, very, very funny to steal. Or you can steal Monica, maybe. Well, Monica only holds a sword craft, so it doesn't do anything either. The new Blood Legendary, doesn't it cost 3? Oh, are you talking about the Evolve one? Yeah, you can steal that one, that's true. Analyzing Artifact, whoa. Wait, can you steal that new like Portal Legendary? It costs 2, right? Oh, but this is the Evolve effect, so it doesn't work either. More shame. But yeah, anyway, even without any weird stuff, it's just a pretty solid effect, I would say. I think if you're playing Dirt, you should definitely be running this as well. If only just for the cycle that comes with fusing. Yeah, the one costs 5/5, right? Alright. Fusion Rune cards. Whenever cards are fused to this card, if one was fused at one of the allies stack and play values 2 or fuse transfer this card. Something like guarding all magic segment. This is Juno at home. It's like just like Juno but worse in every way. Like, basically. So you fuse runecraft cards into her, and then whenever she's fused, she adds. Note that it adds 1 to an allied stack, so you have to have a stack in play for this to work. So you can't just fuse this turn 1. So yeah, make sure you pay attention to that part. If at least 2 were fused, transmute this card into Celestial Convergence. I mean, yeah. Yeah, you can control your leftmost card in hand. So you can pop up with the 1/1. Then you get this, which is a 6 cost summon 3 Guardian Goals, involve them, and then you give them. It gives all allies, so it includes your leader, which is a very strong. Okay, this is not just Juno at home with this. With giving it to all allies is actually a pretty solid effect for surviving against loot, which I imagine will be meta considering it loses next to nothing. It looks like Dirt is leaning a bit towards a more board-based approach than like actually just burn damage to face. So you can play this with Pascal with the, if you use the 1/1, the new legendary, you can play Pascal, refund the PP you used to play Pascal, and then play this for 6. So you can technically have Pascal is a 3/3, this is a, you evolve them so it's 5/5, so you get like Pascal becomes like a 6/6, and these each become a 10/10, and they're all reduced damage from effects by 2. I mean, if you high roll that GG, you win, I guess. It's like what, 36 damage on board. But yeah, I think this card, you run like maybe 1 or 2 up. Wait, no, but then the fusion effect is so strong though. I guess this would be a 3-off in Dirt purely because of the fusion effect. You just need the Juno. The Juno effect is cracked. Philanthropic Physician. Fanfare of Fright 2 will do damage to all forward. That's what Summon Magical Settlement. Dirt does lack board clear, so this makes up for that. Yeah, I think this is worth running. Sorry. Just for the board clear. Maybe like 1 or 2 only though, not too many of these, cause like 3 cost 3/3 is a bit shitty. Quicksilver Witch, Rush, Strike, draw a card, spell. Oh god. Oh god, what have they done? What have they done? What? What have they done? So, 3 cost 4/1. When you attack with it, it will draw a card and then it will spell boost, and then it summons another copy of itself, which lets you draw another card and spell boost again. If you have at least 3 play points, you draw and spell boost again. Looks strong, I think. It looks pretty strong. You sense Midalo will have something to do with him, maybe. But yeah, I mean, like, you can 6 PP to spell boost 3 times, or you can 2 PP to spell boost 2 times. Either way, you draw 2 cards. It fulfills a similar role to Chakram without being as broken as Chakram. 4 attack is pretty good for being able to clear stuff as well. Spell boost win con. Oh right, it does lose Raining Blade, so you only have Simial and Crushing Rain left. Okay, that's pretty bad. Okay, no Raining Blades is pretty shit. Might still be unplayable, I think. Wait, hold on. I was not ready for the next page. So this one. Solid card, but spell boost itself is not super strong right now. If they print a bit more payoff for spell boost, I think it will be strong. Okay, this. Checkmate. At the end of your turn, if there are any ally foes with at least 8 attack in play, subtract 3 from the cost of this card. Summon 5 magical pawns that give that. Whoa, this is Magical King at home, right? Follow at least 8 attack. I mean, that's just the king, right? Is there anything else that reaches 8 attack in Rune? Oh my god, you can draw this off Middelow. You can draw this off Middelow and then you have it for 0 cost. The pop off. But yeah, this card's shit. This is just bad. This is a bad card. Don't no. Run this never. I don't know what this is meant to do, cause if you have any followers, ally followers with at least 8 attack in play, that's the king, right? Like, the king is pretty much the only thing that fulfills this condition in Rune. I mean in Chess Rune. But if you already have the king, why don't you just use the king to win instead of playing this stupid spell? Plus it only subtracts 3, so it goes down to 7. I don't see the point in this, honestly. It doesn't look very good. It gets in the way of your check as well if you play this. Accelerate to what the hell is this? What is this? Oh, it's for middle, but you don't have board space to play it with Middelow, right? Plus, with Middelow, the pawns only have like 2-1. Win con for Middelow. I don't think it only does like 8 damage at most with Middelow. 10 if you use your evil point. Accelerate to summon a wild snowman, fanfare war, transform any follow into a snowman, last word summon 3 snow knights. What the hell is this? 8 cost 8/8. This is not an 8 cost 8/8 art, I tell you what. Look at this art, how is this guy an 8/8? So, accelerate 2, you summon a 2/1 with Storm. Fanfare, transform any follow, this is a 1/1, right? Snow, what the hell is a Snow Knight? Oh. And that 5k. Please don't bring Whims of Chaos back. We don't need to go through that one again. Wait. Snowman, Simiel, Feast. OTK. What? Oh, you know what we need to make Middelow work? We need the anime Runecraft card, the 7 Shadows guys card. The one that's like a 20 cost that just wins you the game. That will make Middelow super broken, right? You just draw 5 cards, if that card is in there you just win. Oh my god, you can draw this off Middelow! Wait, you draw this off middle and then you can transform an enemy into a snowman. And then you can, I don't know. I don't know what this is. It looks cute though. Toxic Witch. Broken. This card is insane. This card is super strong. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. This card's strong. Look at it. Look at what it does. Drain. Summons magic element. If at least 7 allied, it just gets Storm. Strong. Oh, it's another chest card. Here we go. Summon 2 Rooks. This is terrible. This is a really bad chest card. This is so bad. Why would you ever play this, like, ever? In what world would this ever be good? It doesn't even summon a single pawn. It summons 0 pawns. Yeah, you can charge your chest now that it has a battery. It's just a pun on like the actual chess term, a battery. Like you line up 2 pawns. I mean, you line up 2 rooks and then you run it down. And the rook's like the rook that is run down is protected by the rook at the back. You can play this and evolve it and it heals and like gives you PP back, I guess. Like, it's a terrible card, never run. Oh, and here we are. Everyone's favorite runecraft card that is totally not bonkers broken is back. An Evo at 100 discount checkmate broken card. I take it back. This card is broken. You can give it 5/5 and then evolve it and it discounts checkmate. That's like the best card in the game. But yeah, Fixed Hand. I mean, we don't need to talk about this one, right? We all know this is a super strong card, ridiculously broken. Thank God this isn't here. Thank God Mysteria's got gone. If this was still here when Mysteria's here. Wait, I figured out how Spell Boost wins. I figured out how Spell Boost wins. I did it. I found the secret formula. This is how Spell Boost wins. I've solved the Krabby Patty formula. We summon this. You summon this, and then together they storm for like what, 12 damage? And then you play 2 Simiels. Right? That's how you then it's like lethal. Hooray! Yeah, not really. Spell Boost is probably still bad. But yeah, Face Hand's very strong. You missed the Kiaru artwork. I only have like the very standard Fate's Hand art that I crafted to try to play D-Shift, and then I don't know how to play D-Shift, so I gave out on that one. But yeah, very strong card. Probably not used right now. Next is Dragon. Oh my god, wait, how have I been doing this? I'm 1 hour in, I've gone through 3 classes. Oh sweet Jesus. Alright, I gotta speed this up a bit. Question. Fusion. Cards that originally cost 7 play points, at least 7 play points. If you have 10 play points, or transfer this card. Evolve. Ramp heal 2. So this is like Silong and... Which kind of Dragoncraft deck would I use this for? I don't know. I think Dragon is probably my least favorite class to play. You take this, you take Silong and you take Ayala and you just slam them together and you get this thing. And then her transmuted form is summon a big ass ward. Right? Wait, it's not here. Where is it? But anyway, if you don't know what this is, it's just a big ass ward. And then you evolve both of them for 2 PP. I mean, like, it's ramp, you're gonna play it. You always play 3 copies of this. Wait, okay, I feel the answer to your question, sorry. What kind of dragon deck do you use this for? Every dragon deck. Every dragon deck plays this. Why is someone's white scale on top? Dude, Wind Blast would be so broken. Are you insane? Do you think it's a good idea to give Dragoncraft? Hey, he wanna summon a 7/7 Storm for 2 PP. What's a white scale? It's not like, I don't know why it's not listed here. But it's let me look it up. White scale. Wait, that's not white scale. 7 costs 5/4. A 7 costs 5/7 with ward evolves into a 7/9. That's it. It's just a big ward, like a really big ward, but a big ward. Here we have no ultimate Bahamut for dragon to abuse anymore. So basically this card, like everything else is a bonus. This card is basically here for this. Like the ward is cute and all, but you're just here for this, and that's all you really need. It's very strong evolve effect. So this card, like fanfare, give -X to all enemy followers, reduce the enemy's leader maximum powers. This is the first time I've seen them use Z as a variable, I think. Add 2 to the cost of Z random cards in your opponent's hand until the end of turn. XYZ equals 15 randomly. So this card is very stupid. This card is terrible. It's cost 10. Why does it cost? They have before? No, I haven't seen it. This card is terrible. Spell boost a golem. But yeah, this card is so shit. Give it the rune. This card should be given the rune. If they give this card the rune, it will be so miserable to play against. Use this to troll so Lumiar can complete her burn damage. Oh my god. But then that costs 10 PP. If you thought Fafnir was bad, look at this card. You could technically reduce your opponent's max HP by 15 though, if you are like the god of RNG. Yeah, I should give this card the rune and let Midolo use this one. Very bad card. I don't know why they made this. This looks so bad. Gallon Dragon Newt. 2/2 armed. Fair, put a dragonic weapon in your hand, at least 4 armed for the left player, give it +2 and storm. Randomly put a copy of one of the highest armed of the left player in your hand. So this card is super strong. Probably one of the best armed dragon payoffs like ever. You can it also recycles your Levitate, which is like another super insane thing to do. Super strong, relevant for one expansion, then Levitate rotates out and this card goes along with it. Fusion spells or amulets. Crosscraft Midelo and Dragon would be insane because you have access to ramp as well. Could it loop itself? I actually don't know. Yes, I think it can. Yeah, if this is the only no, it can't loop itself. Wait, yes it can, technically. Technically it can loop itself, but like 99% of the time it's like basically impossible. Oh yeah, gone fishing, been fishing, right? the localization name for this one. There's another card that I thought the localization name was hilarious for. What was it? Can you believe that the people who came up with the names Gone Fishing and Bin Fishing are the same like company who came up with the name Ice Cyclone? Is that what Ice Cyclone? Well, that was his name, right? Oh yeah, How to Train Your Pet, that was the other one. Fusion spells or amulets. When the card is fused to this card, it also is active for you transmute this into bean fishing. Review copies of random allied Dragoncraft cards is fused or discarded from your hand. This match, put them into your hand. So, obviously you play this in discard. Probably you can just recycle some key cards that you had to discard early. It helps increase the consistency of your discard. You could also technically get your dragonic weapons back with this if you really wanted to. But yeah, mainly just play in this card for the recovering your key pieces that you might have been forced to discard earlier. Put two different random follows. They're doing a lot of this, drawing dragon follows that cost at least 7 debt. So like, I mean, this effect is obviously very strong. Like, it's a 1 PP draw 2, and one of those two is probably gonna be a Drazael. No world in which this isn't a strong effect. So yeah, pretty straightforward card. Just strong card draw. Silver Scale Sentry, put a Draconic Fervor into your hand. Subtract 4 from the cost of a random dragon. Draconic Fervor. Draconic Fervor is what? Oh, it's the Ram card, right? 4 costs, wait. Wait, this is actually not. No wait. I was gonna say it's not that bad, but then it's a 4 cost 3/3 that does nothing, so never mind, it's pretty bad. It was almost good, it almost had me fooled. I guess if you're really desperate for ramp, you can play this. Remember this card, like this one? I remember this one from playing Champions Battle, the Switch game. That's all I know this card from. But yeah, this card almost fooled me into thinking it was good because it says ramp on it, but then it's a 4 cost 3/3 that does nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna have to say this is pretty bad. But then again, it does draw 2 and heal 2 as well, right? Or 3 heals 3. But I think it's a bit too slow. It takes your evo as well, so. Drake Hunter, 2 cost, 2/2, Dragon Silver, Bane, Evolve, destroy random enemy, follow 4 attack or less if you at least 2 play points, use 2 play points, this is garbage. All that glitters, oh my god. Give 2 random enemy, followers the following effect. Until the end of the opponent's turn, can attack, draw 3 cards. Give +4/+4 to random ally follower, restore 5 defense to your leader. What the heck is this? This looks terrible as well. But you can make 2 random enemy followers not attack and you can restore 5 defense. Like, why would you play this over Drazael? Drazael exists, what's the point of this card? This is just worse Drazael. Dragon can already run like... Dragon can run like 6 copies of Drazael. Why would you play this? Rush, Ward, Fanfare, and Hansa. Okay, this is terrible. Wait, what have I done? Storm, Strider Shot. Okay, this is also terrible. Bro, Dragon is not getting any good shit right now. 1 cost 1 ward, Fanfare, gifts. Okay, this is pretty strong. This one's pretty strong. Cheap buff that has a ward and heals. This one's pretty strong. Now this card. This card. This one. They probably had to nerf the entirety of Dragon's new cards pool because of this one. Like, they just get too much good stuff if they give them good stuff and give them this card as well. And then you look at Blood, but we'll look at Blood later. Yeah, it's basically Joe but not limited academy. Also, it draws instantly instead of having to wait for next turn. But yeah, I mean, obviously this is a very strong card. Extremely strong card. Very, very good buff support. Probably even better than the academic stuff they released. Next Shadow. Oh wait, let me talk about Dragon first. So Dragon got like 1 or 2 good cards, and then the rest is like pretty garbage. So I think Dragon's a bit screwed right now. Dragon followers, you have to be all you can do is cope with Armed Dragon probably. But the Arm card is good though. I think it can actually make Armed Dragon playable, so there's that going for you. Next, Shadow. Grave Void Knight. Fusion Shadow cards. When this card is fused to this card, and this card is fused with 2 different cards or less. Or it'll be different. Necro 4. Put a random shadow follower with last words from your deck into your hand, otherwise transmute this card. Fanfare Necromancy 4, gain the ability to evolve. For 0, evolve, deal 4 damage to enemy for the result of the It's like, okay. The main body effect is like, okay, I guess. There's no like payoff for spending shadows right now, so not great. Its main use is probably just okay, but the fact that it has Necromancy does let you tutor it with Mint, which is worth noting. Also, it tutors your last words for you if you need that, and you don't really need to save shadows anymore since Deathly Tyrant's Feast is gone anyway. But then let's get to this one. You know what this is. We all know what this one is. Reduce damage is followed, not affected by other cards' effects, about those that change this card attack and defense. So basically this card whenever an ally follows destroyed, game +2/+2. So it's a Aegis that just gets bigger and bigger while it sits there, and then eventually it gets big enough and it punches your face in. Which is cool. I mean, it's cool. Barb Leader makes you want to play sword. I would say same, but I was gonna play sword like anyway. But yes, play sword. Join the cult. Join us. So this card is cool, but I am very worried about one thing. And the one thing is Drazael, and then like neutral gets Drazael right now, right? This thing's stats are super low, it can just die to it. That's like the only thing keeping this card down. It's just everyone has Draziel now. But yeah, cool card. I like the idea. I think it's a very neat card. I don't know how good it will be. Still be on the field. Wouldn't Draziel kill it? Like if you like make its defense 0, won't it just die? But Draziel doesn't destroy, right? It just gives it -5/-5 straight up. You can't have a follower that has like 0 defense, I don't think. Well, it's a bit slow as well. You need to see the ghost spell. Yeah, I know what this does with this ghost spell. I've seen it already. Next, Slurflon, Necromancer, Storm. 6 cost 4 with Storm, Fanfare, BR3, destroy 2 random followers. Recover 2 play 1, draw 2 cards. So this is a replacement finisher for BR since it lost Sin Hunter and now it's losing Tyrant's Feast. Her job is obviously she activates all 3 of Mirowell's procs at one go. And if you have Memento's effect in play, she draws 4 heals. Does she heal? She doesn't. She draws 4, recovers 4 play points, and draws 2, and destroys like basically your opponent's entire board. Pretty strong. Good enough to revive Burial Rite is a different question. I'm not sure BR has enough to come back yet, to be honest. There is a lot of healing in this expansion, which makes Burial Rite significantly worse than it used to be in last expansion, but who knows, we'll see. Oh, why do I keep doing that? Reviled Remnant. Okay, this is the card that says Burial Rite. Invoke at the end of your turn, you perform Burial Rite 5 times, smash invoke this card, last word per goes in your hand. So this is supposed to be the replacement to Lakandula, obviously. It refills your hand after you've done Burial Rite. The problem with this is that unlike Lakandula who does it when you do 2 BRs, this one works when you have done 5 in total. Which means that your hand is probably already empty by then. And then this card fills it with ghosts, I guess, which is supposed to do something. You do, I guess, have Spiteful Storm, Spectral Stomp. Still. The fact that it's a war is also probably relevant, though. Play Misguided Maiden for the +2 draw, yeah. It's definitely a lot slower. BR is definitely a lot slower than it used to be last expansion, so we'll have to see if it's good enough to continue to fight its way back to the top again. But this card is strong in BR. I wish it was invoked when you BR 2 times, but I guess that'll be broken to actually summon a real body. We shall see, we shall see. Soul Slide, okay, this is the one, this is the one. Fusion Shadow cards, whenever 2 or more cards are fused to this at once, transmute this card into Heart's Radiance. Draw 2 cards, if this fused with at least 1 card. So the spell's main effect is already pretty decent. Draws 2 and helps you answer your opponent's board when it transmutes. Summon copies of 5 different allied shadow followers. Fuse this match that originally cost at least 3 play points. So you can fuse all the cheap little shits you want and they won't ruin this. But of course we know that. But of course we know that its main effect is just to summon 5 stings. You play with the Aegis, you can summon Hydra, you can summon the Underworld Captain. Not sure what else you would summon with it. But important thing to note for this card is that unlike Soul Taker, is that you can actually control exactly what followers you want it to summon, which makes it significantly more nasty. Not to mention it also heals you, and it only costs 7. As opposed to Soul Taker costing 8. Personally, I really like this card. I think it's very cool. I like the fact that you can control the followers. It gives you a lot more room for, I don't know, playing like a banger. Oh yeah, the draw and fuse card. Right, I forgot about that one. Yeah, I really like this card. I think this, if I were playing Shadow, I would definitely be playing the this Grey Void Knight deck. I don't know if it's better, but it sure as hell looks a lot more fun. Next, Resurrect the Malice, Fanfare, Necromancy 6, summon last word, summon a Resurrected Malice. Huh. Okay. Weird. How to get the transmitter one time? You need to fuse 3 different cards into it to transmute it, right? So you fuse the followers you want to summon into this thing. And then after it's transmuted, you fuse it into this. And then you fuse along with one more. And this works on any Shadow followers fuse. It doesn't only work on the ones fused into this, so it should be fine. This is the retirement. This. I don't know about this card. It doesn't look very good. Oh, but I guess you summon it off that, then it activates the last words, right? That makes sense. This is also a way to activate Cerberus going first. Might bring Evolve Shadow to this format. This one? Without Raider, I think Evolve Shadow is still cope, unfortunately. Okay, this is the one, right? The one that when fused, it draws a card. So, obviously you fuse this into your Void Knight, then when it summons and gets destroyed, it'll summon the Soul Grinder, which is this boy, which is Hosea, Void, and Bane. Okay, this is actually kind of banging. This is kind of sick. This is actually kind of sick. Oh. Speaking of mint, I think generally you want to run not too many Necromancy followers so that mint can actually draw you the Void Knight, so I'm not sure about this one. I think you still run it, but... And then this one just basically its job is to turn into a Soul Grinder. I don't think they're gonna play with its main Bonnie anytime soon. Death's Door open. This card art is insane, by the way. Look at this art. It's like such a good level of creepiness. It feels a lot more like a Shadow card. Honestly, look at this art. It's so good. This is for barrel, right? Obviously, you. Like a Nemesis, yeah, it actually does look a bit like a Nemesis. I guess like the coloring. This is just BR support, right? It just refunds you back the stuff you buried so that you can use it to bury more cards. This is just, yeah, it's just called the Great Arm, but like worse in every way. Oh my god, imagine giving this the dragon. Wait, imagine giving this the dragon. This would actually be so dirty to give it the dragon because it discards. Yeah, for discard dragon. I mean, we saw it with the Naokia Fashion Hazard, right, in the Take 2 tactics. It's actually pretty strong. We use it in this card? Probably. Not only that, it can even give you, like, if you plan how you play your forward, you might even be able to just freely recycle Argente off this effect, which is even more insane. Storm, Fanfare BR, put a random shadow follow. Oh! 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 3 PV is a bit heavy, but it's Storm and it draws you a card. Interesting. This is an interesting card. I guess I meant to play this with the Lovelorn Necromancer. Maybe? Three PP is... My only problem with this is that it costs 3, which is a bit heavy, but I think it looks pretty solid. Probably if you're playing BR, you want to run this just to chip damage. I think it's worth running. Tortured Soul. Rarity Bronze Fanfare. Summon a zombie when an ally falls. Oh my god, it's... There it is, wait. There it is. Zombie support. This book. The Undead Pirate Man support. Wait. Wait, this evolve effect though. Wait. This thing is like 6 damage for 4 PP. Actually. Nah, I think it's still cope, unfortunately. Very close though, but I think it's still just cope. I think the pirate still remains cope. Punisher of the Undead. Rush. Okay, this is just crap. I can skip this. Wait, it's crap, right? I'm not crazy. Rush, Fanfare, Enhance 5. Yeah, it's just crap. Call of Duty zombies have moved to Shadowverse. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did they just... They printed the world's worst reprint of Necro Impulse. So this will be Masquerade support. But Masquerade No. I think Ghost is done. I think Ghost is over. They lost Corral Souls. I don't think Ghost can come back from that, honestly. They also lost Metatron. But mainly they lost Corral Souls. I think that alone is honestly good enough to kill them. You can still manage without Corral Souls, you think so? But Corral Souls is such an important part. You use it to draw, you use it to ping face. It's so much less consistent without Corral Souls. Well, at least for the meantime, people will probably be trying out the new Shadow stuff before they start messing with this. Oh, but then that means a good time to actually play. Aggro decks usually work very well during early expansion, so maybe you can just like cheese your way to an early GM by playing Ghost while everyone's trying out the slower stuff. But overall, I think Shadow got some pretty neat stuff. Let's look at Blood next, alright. I mean, the real star of the expansion is just Blood. We all... So, Evil Blood support. You reach GM with Evil, Heal, Haven, Craft, and that's a pretty fun deck too. Heal Haven doesn't actually lose anything, does it? It loses Priestess, I guess. So the first thing to know about Evil is, of course, it loses Dancing Mini Soul Devil, which is a pretty big hit. I mean, obviously it doesn't actually lose any like major payoffs, but the Devil was pretty strong for a lot of reasons. So let's see what it gets. First of all, fusion, cards, anything. Just anything. You can fuse anything you want to this guy. These guys. Girls? Guys. They're all guys. They're both guys, right? They're both guys. When a card is fused, the disc transmute can only be fused if allied forces evolve at least 5. Ward, Clash, do 1 damage and follow during your turn. When allied foe evolves. So this effect. So, yeah, and after it evolves, it clashes, deal 3. This effect is already like super stupid in my opinion. This effect is so strong, or like already. Like, you just slam this on 2 and like half the decks in the game will just lose to it. Mainly as a sword player. But of course, the true stuff, or it's a free evil like as well, of course, which is very strong. But of course, this is what we're here for. Ward, Clash, deal 3 damage, reduce effects from 0 and can't be destroyed by effects. So this thing is so sturdy. This thing is so annoying, it's so hard to deal with. You have to banish it, transform it, or you just have to beat over it, which I... Yeah, it can be stolen by a 2VP room goal, that's true. Any evil blood players want to tell me how I'm meant to deal with this in the mirror? This card seems so miserable in the mirror. Yeah, 1 PP that's 5/5 that evolves, and 5 evos is very fast as well, it doesn't even take that much. Imagine playing this against this in the mirror. Oh, it's so miserable. Trade into it with itself. Yeah, I really don't like this card. Not because like I think it's like bad or broken or anything, it just seems so annoying. But yeah, obviously pretty strong card, and Evil doesn't lose its payoffs, and this does replace Soul Devil quite well in my opinion, so Evil Blood is definitely still doable. And then there is this Diabolus Hedone Hidden Rush. Fanfare, do 1 damage to your leader. Evolve Rough Active, gives Storm destroy all enemy followers. This is Vania at home. It's definitely not nowhere near as ridiculous as Vania was. Vania's a whole different beast. But yes, your Forger, Diamond Master. Note that this also answers the Wise board. Like, you play Wise, you can just evolve this and then destroy the Wise, which is also very disgusting. This also enables an OTK on turn 7 for Wrath Blood. With this, Garrodeath and the Diva, which you can get from that silver spell that I forgot the name of. But yeah, obviously it's a very strong card. You could technically Is it possible? I think it might. What about Pain Everlasting? What about Pain Everlasting? What is the point of Pain Everlasting? Pain Everlasting is still a troll card, I'm pretty sure, even with the new effect that we will see in a moment. Obviously a very strong card. I think it's possible to activate this by turn 4 actually. Note that its Fanfare can activate its Wrath for you. So if you're at 6 pinks and you play this, you can still evolve it and get Storm, which is something that Vania couldn't do. But other than that, I think, yeah, it's pretty bonkers card. Let's go to the next one. This is Ignis snake video. I think maybe most of you have probably watched the snake video. Put 2 cobras in your hand, change the cost of attacking cobras in their hand if I enhance right. Pazuzu support. Take 2 and Pazuzu support. This card is still a meme. I don't think you're ever gonna play this outside of Pazuzu. Next. Okay, this one is OP. this one is ridiculous. Honestly, if you ask me, I think this is the best card Wrath has gotten so far. Do 1 damage to your leader, draw a card, start your next turn, do 1 damage to your leader. So it's a draw 2 and ping 2. But it also synergizes better with like ping X number of times per turn because it can delay the ping. It's a side grade from Dark Contract. Dark Contract is... The advantage of Dark Contract is drawing both cards at the same time on 1 turn, so you have more options. The advantage of this is it sets up multiple pings for you to play with. Well, you can invoke Flauros with it, but more likely you're just using it to play Garrodeath by delaying your ping. And note that the Conductor is still in rotation right now, so you have 2 cards that do this now. And of course when you're in Wrath, you can fuse 1 and then you change it into how to train your wolf, which is recover 1 evil point, which is very strong. 1 PP. No, I actually don't know if you can play the Floral spell. 2 cost is a bit heavy. And then you give your leader during your turn reduce damage to your leader. This is so strong. they basically gave half of Uriah's back. You can get an evil point back and you can reduce your damage to 0, which lets you do stupid things. A Doomlord of the Abyss rotates out, so you can't abuse that. Well, you weren't gonna abuse it anyway because you're not in Vengeance, you're Wrath, but it prevents you from accidentally killing yourself with face damage, which happens, which is one of the ways of avoiding I mean, if you've played against Wrath like 2 expansions ago, you're very aware the major way to survive against Wrath is to put them at 4 health or below, and this card just screws that plan over. You have to actually kill them or block the damage. And you can't block the damage because the freaking new legendary clears your wards. This has the most playable class with the Blood, Shadow, and Haven. I think Sword will be quite playable as well, just cause loot loses next to nothing. Yeah, very strong card. Very strong card. Probably the best Wrath support in this pack. But it's pretty close cause there's a lot of very good ones. Fanfare, summon a serpent whenever I summon hard to play, evolve it. It's another snake. Oh my god, this is actually snake support, you're killing me. It's... They printed snake support. What? I don't want to play Snake Bloodcraft. Last expansion we got zombie support for Shadow, and we got owl support for Rune, and now we're getting snake support for Blood. Oh yeah, we did get Medusa last expansion as well, right? So that is even more snake support. Oh my god, this is getting out of hand. But yeah, terrible card. Wait, actually. Wait, but it's a it's a free. No, that's too much. That's too much. No, that's too much. That's too much. Free evil can only take you so far. There are so many. Fanfest summon a demon. Enhance summon 2 instead whenever demon. Whoa. Wait, this is good. Wait, this looks good. You're not gonna ask what cup she's talking about. We're just talking about the one in her hand, of course. It's Wrath and it's Drain. Do demons come with Rush? No, demons come with Rush. Wait, this is so strong. This is like the flautist on crack. Well, actually the flautist is probably better, but it's still very strong. Yeah, very strong. Super strong, actually. The enhance probably gets in the way some of the time. Is it worth to play in Wrath? You play a 2-cost, on turn 2 you play this, you take 1 ping and then you instantly heal it back. And it's a 2-2 rush with Drain. And then if you evolve it, it's another one. I think this looks strong. Okay, now this one. Now this one. Now this one. Remember when you had to like jump through the hoops of playing like 7 loot cards in the game, playing or fusing 7 loot cards, and then by like turn 6 you can start getting flags. Raph just gets to run the flag in the deck. This is just Dread's Pirate's flag. This is Dread Pirate's flag, but it actually does something in the early game as well. It does ping! If you're not in Raph, it pings you. And if you are already in Raph, you don't really need this to ping because you have a lot of other ways to activate Gyaradev, especially with the Diva. Not to mention, the biggest problem with trying to play the Divas is usually running out of hand space, which you can solve with fusing stuff now. But it's quite obscene. This guy's very strong. Super strong. I wish Luke could main deck Pirate's Flag. That will make it so much better. Ward. Okay, this thing is also quite strong, I think. Ward, Fanfare, Raph is not active. Do you want to do this time? So it's 2 costs, pings you 2, and it's a 1/3 ward, which is already pretty nasty. But if you're in Raph, it evolves, and then it AoEs and heals you. This card is also very strong. This is like Trombone Devil on crack. At base, it's literally just a 2 cost 1/3 ward as well. It's very strong. Well, maybe not very, but it is quite strong. Black Hawk massive buff after AFK. It didn't even AFK for one expansion. Vengeance was meta at the start, wasn't it? Well, I'm thinking of the wrong expansion. I'm thinking of the wrong expansion, so yeah, I guess Blood wasn't very much played right in this. People did play Evil Blood for a bit at the start of this expansion, I guess. Hope Chain Devil. This is a terrible card, let's just skip it. Put Random Black. Oh my god. Wait, this is also terrible, let's just skip it. Do 3 damage to random enemy follower if Vengeance is active for it. Okay, this is also. Wait. Can we talk about this card real quick? This is a 3 cost card that deals 3 damage to 2 random enemy followers. And if you are below if you are below 10 defense, it does 3 damage to the leader. Wow, you paid 3 to deal 3 damage to the enemy leader. But we now know what Cygame's favorite archetype is. So, anyway, Raph is broken. Raph is very broken. Remember, Howling Demon is still in the game as well. So there's that. So yeah, Raph is broken. Raph is very strong. Probably the top deck of the expansion, new expansion. Next, Haven. Skullfane at home. Fusion Havencraft cards. When a fusion is fused to this card, at least 10 allied amulets have been destroyed. This may transmute this card to Seraph of the True Key. Fanfare such at 1 to at the end of the time. Yeah, it's Skullfane at home. The evolve effect is solid though. Banish an enemy foe with 3 defense or less. The banish is cute. Crystallized Haven is not saved, I don't think. I wouldn't say so. So, about this at least 10 amulets. Like when I hear the thing, I think about it. It sounds like absurdly difficult to reach this condition of 10 allied amulets. Like, it sounds absurd to reach, but then I think back of when we saw Shin and it was like 10 evils in one game. That's ridiculous. No one would ever be able to get that far. So I'm not sure how like reasonable it is to reach 10 allied amulets destroyed either. She doesn't reduce the cost, she reduces the sub countdown, which basically makes her Scalfane at home for that part. And if you go through all that and you fuse into her, you can transmute her into Seraphs of the True Key, which is fanfare. Oh, it's a 10-10 ward. First of all, it's a 10-10 ward. 3 cost 10-10. Fanfare, summon copies of 4 different random allied countdown amulets destroyed this match. Bounce at the end of the turn, so not like Scalfane you can spend. But the thing is, the Scalfane lets you activate her. You can play Scalfane multiple times in one turn. You can't play this multiple times in one turn because it only bounces at the end. And her effect, if you go through all the hoops, is give 4 random allied countdown amulets destroy, give all countdown amulets last words due to measure and you can subtract 10 from the cost of it. So the issue with this, like if you compare this to Scalfane, okay? Let's say you compare to Scalfane, what do you do in Crystallized Scalfane? Crystallized can't use this because she locks your board for you. And then if you get hit with if this thing gets banished or transformed, you are just screwed. Your entire board is amulets, you can't do shit. Like you just get board locked so hard by this effect. And unlike Scalfane, she doesn't help your damage very much at all. She adds like 2 damage. That's like nothing. So yeah, just worse Scalfane. She's not very good, I don't think. This card doesn't look very good to me. I don't really see a deck to play this with. Another bad transmute. Okay, this one's transmute I actually think is pretty bad, honestly. But the last one's activate was pretty insane though. We just pop 4 amulets for free. Now, let's look at Tanzanite Convictor, the anime card. Soul Conversion for Haven, which unfortunately doesn't exist. At the end of your she has Storm, just like she just has Storm. At the end of your turn, restore 1 defense to both leaders. Once on each of your turns when this follows outside of anything for targeted by enemy effects. So this is super strong and heal, right? Obviously. This is heal Haven support. Play her next to John, she just has Storm. And she also heals, so she buffs your board at the end of the turn. And also she makes herself untargetable. Very strong card. You definitely just throw this into Heal Haven easily. Next is Muse Gourmand. Fanfare, do 1 action and the follower is 1 if your leader is for evolve 3 times this match. Evolve this follower. When this follower evolves, deal 2 damage. I think this was very strong. I think this is quite strong actually. Heals twice while dealing with your opponent's board. It's kind of like a 2-cost. It's kind of like a 2-cost Lu. Lu's obviously slightly better, but pretty solid. I like it. I think she's strong. And also 2-cost. 2-costs are very important for Haven because you can play them alongside Jan. So having more 2-costs with solid heal payoffs is always good. Also, it's a 2-cost that heals twice, by the way, which is not very common for Heal Haven. The only other 2-cost that heals twice in one turn is Verdelia. And Verdelia requires your Evo to heal twice. She just heals twice on her own. Like, you just play her, she just heals and then heals again. Hot, yeah, she is cooking, so it's probably pretty hot around there. Oh, she's also getting an alternate art, by the way. Fusion Havencraft cards. When at least 2 cards have fused to this at once, transmute this into Great Winged Luminance. Huh. If any other allied wing brains and play, draw a card, destroy this. Very neat card here. This card is pretty neat. It accelerates our countdowns by 1, which I guess does something. I'm not sure if this is that good yet. Let's see the effect. Restore 2 defense to your leader. If you have more evil points to your opponent, recover 2 play points. During time when your leader's defense restores to line. Oh my god, okay, this. Okay, this effect. Okay, this effect. Will Amulet Haven use Unero? Doesn't Amulet Haven already use Unero? I don't think Unero has any other way to win. I wouldn't play this in Unario for 2 reasons. The first is that it doesn't have a countdown. But the second reason that I wouldn't play this in Unario is Sacrosanct Temple. If you play Sacrosanct Temple, this thing just like screws you over. But, I mean, I think this card will definitely have its use, like, at some point throughout its lifespan in rotation, but I don't think now is that time yet. I think for now this card, this effect might be used in Heal Haven though. This is kind of sick. Like honestly, this is kind of banger. Yeah, I think this might be used still in Heal Haven. This main body though, maybe not. Alright, Citrine Rabbit. Oh, it's probably Crystallized Support. Wait, this is different Havencraft followers with true attack from your attack. Hold on a second. Is this a Diamond Master tutor? This just draws Diamond Master and Sapphire Maiden. Oh, it also draws the... a minute, let's actually look at this. That's the game. Haven. It's only Haven, right? Haven only. Haven. There is... no, not this. This. But you can set, right? This one, you can do the Sapphire, you can shoot Diamond Master. You're probably not playing Agent. Sacred Sheep, Pure Flame, oh my god, if you tutored Verdelia actually. Wait, you play this and heal, you just tutor Verdelia and this or this? Maybe, probably not. You can get, I don't know what the hell this is. Muse Jester, this. Honestly, all of these are actually pretty good to draw off of it, but I do not think there is space or time to play a 3PP that is not crystallized, so I do not think that this will be played. Tutor Tanzanite, yeah, you can do that too. I think Heal might play this. I don't think Crystallize has any... No, actually maybe Heal might not. If any deck plays this, it will be Heal. It's definitely not Crystallize. Hey, it's more El Mirage support. We already got the new gold in the mini, now we have this as well. This deck is a meme. This card is a meme. Skip it. Prayer Accomplish. Okay, this card. Banish and follow, restore 1 defense both players, both players draw a card. I think this is pretty strong. I don't know if any deck has any room to play it, but it's an unconditional banish, and it also heals. It does draw your opponent cards. Unconditional banish. Which deck will I use? I haven't decided what deck I'll use yet, but I'm thinking of doing a sword only until I reach GM run this expansion. I haven't decided if I will yet, but I'm thinking of doing a sword only GM run. No. Maybe can heal. Maybe Heal can play 1 or 2 copies of this just as a combination removal, but I don't think there's space. I don't think this gets played. Unero might play this though. Unconditional ban. Wait, I just realized Masquerade is so screwed. Masquerade is like ghost players in shambles right now, I swear. Wait, you can also banish the transmuted version of the legendary. Imagine spending all that effort to summon like 10, destroy 10 allied amulets, and then you transmute legendary. Pay 3 PP to play a 10-10 field ball with amulets, like, haha, now what? Look at all my amulets that will activate when you destroy my 10-10. And they just banish this for 2 PP and you're like, I guess you just top left after that. This card will definitely see play at some point. I don't know if it's yet now, but it will 100% see play. It has a lot of use. Oh my god. It's another goddamn El Mirage. This card is very good, actually. Well, I mean not very, but this is like Prison Priestess at home. Well, they are rabbits up, so I would assume they have a lot of sisters, but this is just... Yeah, I would say this is probably just... Prison Priestess at home. You just replace Prison Priestess with this card, I think. It's probably what she does. Featherfoot Courier. 4 cost 2/4 with Storm. Fanfare enhancer, the strike draw. Whoa. 4 cost is too heavy, I think this is bad. Lonesome Moon. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's Sacrosanct Temple at home. Oh, is it Drazaya at home? One of them. Not very good. In fact, I think it looks pretty awful. So, Haven got some pretty strong stuff for heal, and that's about it. I think Crystallize is doomed. If you want to play Haven, just play heal. I'll try Amulet. I don't think Crystallize is playable anymore. Oh wait, there's still one more. Oh my god, it's another freaking El Mirage card. Okay, but actually... Okay, but actually... Hold on. Actually, hold on. This is actually not so bad, I think. This comes with Storm and Ward. Pick up the horse. Yeah, it looks and sounds like a forest card. But it summons 2/2 Storm and Ward every time you're evil? I would consider running this, but I think ultimately it's not going to make the cut. Interesting effect though, it might be able to see play at some point because of... I mean, it's pretty sick effect, honestly. Mixed. Alright. We're in Portal now. How long have I been? Jesus Christ, I've been doing this for 2.5 hours already. Portal Legendary Aegil Pure Light Prototype. Fusion Portal cards whenever card fuses if 5 artifact followers or less have been added to your deck. Why is it 5? Why is it 5? Don't they all add it in multiples of 2? Why is it 5? Oh well. Artifact going to cost concentration when analyzing artifact. You're just gonna spam those outright. Whenever a card fuses, identify wherever added there's max put 2 analyzing effects into your deck. Wait. Oh, that's why it's 5 or less, because when you reach 6 then it will activate the... Okay, that makes sense, never mind. Otherwise transmute this card to Aegil Light Exemplar. Fanfare. Oh, he's an artifact as well. Okay, that's worth noting. Put a random artifact follower excluding Aegil from your deck to your hand. Okay. The main body seems like it's mostly for this fusion effect. Let's see. Transmute. 3 cost 3/2. Oh, it's a 3 cost, so you can't steal it. Evolve. Give a little for effect during your turn whenever it's a... This is the Deus Ex replacement. But first 5th artifact, you draw a card. This is just this is augmentation bestower at home. I mean, it's a strong effect, so no denying that. Yeah, the problem is you can't tutor her, unlike with Deus Ex Machina. You just have to pray you drew it like Deus Ex was back in the day. Synthetic Eden. 7 cost, 0, 10. Evolves into a... Oh, notably it gains 3 attack instead of the usual 2. Ward, Fanfare, select 2 other followers, destroy them and gain +X. Select 2 other followers, so it can be any followers, yours or opponents. Destroy them and gain +X+X. Is 0 odd or even? It's technically neither, but I think the game probably will count it as even. If you type the followers attacks an odd number, deal 7 damage to enemy. The synergy with I feel like this card is kind of terrible. I would say the part of the evo is so that you can switch between which skill you are using. I don't see how this could be good. Cost 7? And it does something sometimes. This is like fiction. I mean, yeah, I don't think this will be good. I could be wrong, but I don't think this will be good. Maybe you play in enhance as a one-off, but I think this is pretty not good. You discount this with Shin, maybe it can do some shit, some mad moves though. Disseminator of Wisdom. Accelerate 1, destroy artifact card, deal 4 damage to enemy random. Okay, the accelerate is kind of insane. It's not an artifact, which is worth noting. When federal to cast one, oh my god. Okay, this card is strong. Like, I think it's actually strong. Yeah, I think this will be strong. The accelerate is good. Makes board space for you to play more artifacts as well as dealing face damage. Helps you. Artifact still lets the finisher, that is true. Yeah, it does like a finisher, but maybe you can just aggro them down with this. You definitely can't play Shin anymore with the loss of the dog. So you just ping 2 with your accelerate. I guess you just have to get there with airstrikes and radiant artifacts, and that's how you win games. Maybe they printed something else I haven't seen yet. Let's see. Fire Barrage, Fusion, Polygraph cards. When a few cards fused into this card, if it's active for you, transmute this card into Blazing Barrage, remove all effects from any flow or exchange. This is disgusting. 1 cost to silence a unit? 1 cost. Ruin your opponent's life for 1 PvP. That's pretty sick. Imagine getting your 3 cost 10/10 ward with the last words silenced. PvP2 is common, but this is but this silencers, which is pretty strong. And if you transmute it, oh my god. Wait, this card is actually ridiculous. This is so strong. This card is ridiculous. You can use it to... It does so much. It silences, it deals face damage, and it has a damage shield. Oh my god. This card's very, very good. Very, very good. I think this card is super good. This card is Mytho Messenger, 2 cost 2/2. 5 artifacts or less. Oh, it adds bifurcating artifact. Otherwise, put 2 air. It puts airstrikes. This is another damage source for artifact. Adding 6 or more artifacts to the deck is very easy for the deck right now. Oh wait, hold on. I just realized something. Super important that I need to mention. This is a 1-cost spell. You want to know what card draws a 1-cost spell that is currently out of a job because Deus Ex rotated out of the game? So yeah, basically Artifact can find this for free if you want to. The other option for Artifact to be running is Puppet Workout, which also works in Artifact, I think, now that Lazuli is out of a job. So it's either this or Puppet Workout. Probably you would run over. Puppet Workout is actually very strong in Artifact as well because you play so many cheap ass wards. Oh, there's also this spell, I guess, which we'll get to in a moment. But this looks good. It's a 1 PP 2/2, and it just gives you airstrikes. I don't imagine you want the bifurcatings very much, but the airstrikes are good. Next is this. Puts Analyzer in your deck. At the end of the turn, if at least 5 draw a card, otherwise put right now. Oh, this is actually really good too though. You probably use this to just draw a free artifact, which is very good. Good card. Aimless Gunner, Stormbane. Hold on a second. This is just the worst version of Black Rust Underling, isn't it? I think the Underling is just better than this one. With the Gun Collector Sisters, really? I didn't know that. Oh wow. So it took them until Orcus rotated out to make actually good puppet support. Son of a bitch. The Underling seasonal play, really? I use it when I play Enhanced. But we're gonna use puppets in this expansion. Absolutely nothing. You can use it as fusion fodder actually. You can use it to fuse, and that's about it. Well, if this released just one expansion earlier, I think Puppet is like not, well, no, it wouldn't be playable because you don't have enough payoff, but it will still be strong. Fanfare, put 2 enhanced puppets in your hand for 2 play points. This is trash. Why are they releasing so much puppet support? I don't get it. What do you miss? Portal got a lot of puppet support. Haven got Owl Mirage support. Blood got Serpent support. Snake support, sorry. Shadow got Zombie support. Dragon is on life support. Rune got Dirt, I guess, the support. So I got Rally. And Forest is there. This card is super broken if Orcus was around. Completely worthless without Orcus. And that's the portal cards. Artifact looks fun. I will probably try Artifact. Other than that, eh. And finally, we are at the neutrals. So this is the woman herself, the poster child of the new keyword. Fusion spells amulets on neutral followers. When a card is fused to this card, if this fused to at least 3 different cards, transmute it into Drazael. Into Giant Happy Drazael, sorry. If this card is fused with at least 1 card and you have more evolution points than your opponent, gain empty play point orb. So the fanfare is ramp. And evolve is an AoE -2/-2, which is very strong. Very good in control decks. Sephi would, in particular, would what, like 1000% run 3 of these. If you play a more aggressive list, maybe running a 4 cost 3/3 body isn't super appealing. But the fact that you have to evolve her, the ramp is pretty solid. And she gives AoE -2/-2, which is great. And then if you transmute her into Giant Happy Drazael, she increases your leader's defense, max defense by 5, heals you 5, and then gets -5/-5. Which is I don't like this one very much, to be honest with you. You can ram twice, but she costs 4, so you can't ram twice. Next is this, Harbinger of the Night. 1 cost 1/1. Fanfest. If you have area on the board, yeah, that's true. Or if you have Metatron, oh wait, no. Select a random, another random. Imagine chess using kind of this one. Chess? I don't think chess. This seems bad in chess. This? Oh, you mean this? This in chess? This in chess is pretty strong actually, I think. 1 cost 1/1. Select add another allied follower. If it's not a fallen angel, transform into one. Otherwise, draw a card. And evolve, it gives +2. So this is just like, what is this? I mean, the effect is actually not super bad. You can use it to trade quite easily because you can like trade a follower and then transform into a fallen angel with her fanfare. And then evolve this and give that +2 and you can use that to heal. I think this card actually has surprisingly a lot of use case. I don't know what deck would actually run this, but I think she has a surprising she's surprisingly easy to use for a lot of things, in my opinion. Oh, Cornelius can probably play this. Magachio, oh yeah, Magachio can definitely play this. Put a random neutral spell to your hand from deck here. So this is probably meant to draw Winged Inversion. And then if you evolve it, Sounds Fallen Angel, this one looks quite bad. Other than the fact that it can tutor a neutral spell which might do something depending on what your deck is, I do not think this looks very good. But you can use it to draw Journey to the Past. Angel of Darkness, Rush. Evolve, destroy all enemy followers that have had their attacks with different increase. Oh my god. Side games really just say fuck Haven in particular. This also screws over Crystallize if you try to play Crystallize. Oh, buff Reckoner as well, yeah, right. This card is hilarious, 10 out of 10. I love this card. Honestly, one of my favorite cards of the expansion. Haven doesn't have destruction immunity, right? Besides Diamond Master. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You know what they should do? They should make a card that lets you buff your opponent as well, so you can play with this. I love this card. This card is great. Fantastic card. I feel like this card would be the equivalent of if we got a card that said 2/2 evolve, banish all Bahamut's from the all ultimate Bahamut's from the enemy deck. You just completely, it's a card that is just designed to ruin one deck in particular. Fusions, cards up to 1 can only fuse if no cards are fused. Draw a card, if you fuse cards turn to draw 2. This is very good. Very straightforward, 2-cost draw 2. Obviously, it looks like you're at the absolute worst, this thing is mulligans your hand for 2. But at best, you are fusing to activate your win conditions like your Void Knight, your Rosalie, your Aegir, your Dirt Rune, whatever the hells. So if you're playing a deck that has like a pretty heavy fusing win condition, this card is it's just a 2-cost draw 2. I don't think you run this card with the intention of using this effect. But then again, if you play this in... No. Yeah. Oh, but okay, but this in Loot Sword, this is insane in Loot Sword. Okay, but this in Loot Sword? Hold on. So yes, in Loot Sword, you fuse your loot into Barrows and then you just draw 2. This card definitely has a lot of potential. Very powerful engine card for this set in particular when there's so much fusion shit going around. Step Soldier. This is gonna be take 2 I can. Oh my god, it's Beautiful Steed! They brought back the Beautiful Steed! Trash. Fanfare, put a random card at fusion. Okay. Oh my god. Wait. This card can be best friends with Katsei in sort for tutoring Barbaros. This card and Katsei are best friends. They both just tutor Barbaros and nothing. You can run like 9 copies of Barbaros with this and Katsei. Transmute cards have fusion. All transmute cards have fusion as well. Let me go to one. See, they all have fusion. Oh, you can tutor this. It's 6 copies of a RAM card. Okay, that's pretty nutty. This card has a lot of potential, a lot. Very, very, very strong engine piece. Obviously, you wouldn't play in like every deck, but a lot of decks that really need their fusion piece, this card can really do a lot for them. Bro, can you imagine if modern imagine if Dirt Rune had this with Juno? If Dirt Rune could use this to draw Juno. Ah, if only. Wait a minute. I believe this doesn't have fusion either. Okay. Wait, you can play this in Artifact? This tutors the Artifact. This is your version of Lazuli. This is your new Lazuli. It draws your Deus Ex Machina. In your control decks, this draws you your Dominion for ramp, or if you have any big fusion payoffs. You play this in Dragon, you can tutor either Dominion or the other ramp. Wait, this card is so strong actually. The more I think about it, this card is actually really strong. I changed my mind, this card is very good. Katsei cannot compare to this. Katsei is garbage. Katsei cannot compare to the power of this card. And last card is Smiting Shower or 5 damage. Oh, yeah. Cutthroat players, where are you at? This is enhanced support. You only need 1 copy of this card because the only deck that can ever play this is Cutthroat. But in Cutthroat specifically, this card is actually ridiculous. And I think that's all. And that's all the cards. Overall, looks like a pretty high-powered set all around. I think this will be a pretty fun set for everyone except Dragon. Dragon looks very sad. Every deck, every class except Dragon got either some strong cards or some pretty fun cards to play with, in my opinion. Some of them got both of those. Yeah. I think oh my god, I just realized this, like, that's Atomy. Okay. that is all for this set review. I don't think I consider a review. I was just like sitting here looking at cards and just randomly saying dumb shit. Yeah, anyway, I am done for today, so it is time for me to stop. Thank you for coming. I will probably try to stream when the new expansion drops, and I will probably play Sword, and I was depending on how that goes, I will consider just doing a Sword only challenge run for Grandmaster, but anyway, that's for tomorrow to deal with, so that's it. Thank you for coming, and see you next time. Bye bye.